Hey, shalom, shalom. Call law, y'all by Shim Yah Shai, by Hava Kakadash. Y'all by Shim Yah Shai, by Shim Kakadash, Brakatham. Double honor to our apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity, and another sincere Habatham Zaquayim. Slack is sincere Habatham Zaquayim. Blessed salutations to the innumerable multitude, the weak that are amongst tears that are enduring the truth, sincerity, the women and children that follow the truth, sincerity also, man. Let's keep pushing. I wanted to do this lesson that was inspired, through the spirit of a series of events, going on within the flock, going on within things going on that happens within my fold, my life, things will happen. It's all the spirit. When things are like that, we should all take that as a sign from the Most High if it's consistent in every area, and expands out, and the needle in the haystack was when it pours into the flock as a whole, and as as you see the title is entitlement is a thief of hard work. Okay. And when you go to the word entitlement in the etymology, and it'll tell you about like title and legal things like that, but you go into the definitions from WordNet, it says right granted by law or contract, especially a right to benefits. Okay? So entitlement is a thief of hard work. So pretty much when you believe in your mind that you have the benefit or the right to do something, but you don't have the merit. Okay? Let's get that definition. Okay? All right, you go to merit, it goes to spiritual credit, spiritual reward, merit, wages, pay, reward, thanks, merit, moral, worth, that which assures divine pity. Okay? Merit, service, kindness, benefit, favor, worth, value, importance. So once you look at that, you get the respect you deserve. You get the acknowledgement you deserve. At the end of the day, what's so beautiful about this gospel is that the Lord destroyed any avenue to justify anybody to be entitled, because we all here off of grace. So you don't deserve to be here anyway. So I don't care who you are, you can't put up no fuss about this truth, because you don't deserve to be here anyway. You got here through the gift of grace. We got here through the gift of grace. So we should be humble and lowly and appreciative to be here. And whatever else outside of that you feel that you have a right to or entitled to, you'll get it. You don't have to ask for it. Okay? All you have to do is just put in the work. Okay? If you're lazy and then you have an idea and everybody ignores it, you're not entitled to be heard. You don't have the right to be heard. If you're heard, that'd be a blessing, but look at your output. You know what I'm saying? If you're never available, if you're not charitable, if you're an asshole, or such and so forth, but you want the opposite energy and honor. You know what I'm saying? You're an asshole to everybody, but you want to be treated nice. Like I was watching this interview with this battle rapper, and he made a good point, though. A good point is a good point. And he said, he was walking around, he said his eyebrows changed his whole life. He said all he did was raise his eyebrows and people started treating him different, because he put in the effort. But if you walk around just like nigga women, they want the world to love them, but you walk around with a frown all the time, you wonder why no one approaches you, because you look unapproachable. But you feel that you're entitled to being approached. Right? So it's like a cause and effect. It's no mystery to it. So let's get into the scriptures. I'm going to start off with 2 Thessalonians chapter 3 and 7. It says, for yourselves know how ye ought to follow us. Okay? So this is like a form of entitlement. You ought to follow us. Like, I expect that. I deserve that. You ought to follow us. Not you need to, or I suggest you to. You ought to follow us. For we behave not ourselves disorderly among you. There you go. That's the work. That's the merit right there. Okay? I got that on why I say you should follow me. Okay? It says, neither did we eat any man's bread for naught. Okay? Getting help from people. So I didn't just eat it just to consume it upon the lust of my flesh. Okay? Why did he say that neither did we eat any man's bread for naught, but wrought with labor and travail night and day? So yeah, give me a plate. Because I gotta use this plate to go do work. You know what I'm saying? This is gonna feed the energy so I could wrought and travail night and day. So yeah, send me a plate. If you that guy that every time you come to camp, you got your little shooters, and then you drink all your shooters, and now you want to dive into the camp yayan pot. Now brothers will be charitable, but then they say, hold up, you drinking too much, and then you're like, damn, bro, it's like that, you being stingy, woo, woo, woo. It's like you don't have the merit to do that. You know what I'm saying? To keep going and finding your mama in the bottle. But this is just an example of what I'm saying, just trying to give an understanding of a person that feels entitled. And Jake has a big energy of feeling entitled, feeling like nobody should talk to them this way. If you fucked up, you deserve to be talked to like that. It ain't no vendetta. It's nothing personal. It's a cause and effect to things. Okay? You stole that Babylonian's garment. When he stole that Babylonian's garment, his whole family got put to death. Now, sure, he manned up, took his charge, but it's like, he can't say, why would y'all kill me? Y'all, get your hands off me. At least I, admitted to it. No, bro. You're not that's entitlement to feel like you don't deserve it. You deserve what you get. And again, through grace, we have no right to, and within this gospel, to have any energy of being entitled. Because we're not supposed to be here. We don't deserve to be here. So that energy of entitlement shouldn't even be on us at all in the first place. Right? It says, but wrought with labor and travail night and day, that we might not be chargeable to any of you. Yeah, I earn my keep. Okay? So if you don't want nobody to talk to you crazy, be respectable and have something to be respected. Because Jacob manipulated. Like, you'll come to work and be nice and be presentable, but you'll come late and don't want nobody to check you on it. You're late. If you come late again, I'm gonna have to write you up. Oh, he just hating on me, this and that. You got a problem. You're entitled. Okay, you feel entitled. You feel entitled that you have the merit to show up late, and everybody should appreciate it. But don't have nothing to back it up. You ain't work overtime, hella hours. You know what I'm saying? You didn't come in early when people needed you, work on days you did. You don't do that. So you don't deserve that merit. You don't warrant that merit. So it's the same thing within this gospel. If you're getting the energy and you start examining yourself and you see, okay, yeah, I didn't do this. I did this and I did that. And whether you got an excuse or not, you did it and you warrant the energy you deserve. Okay? You warrant the energy of being ignored or being yelled at, or being not yelled at, but being reproved and things like that. Now, we are human and we deserve our respect. So you're not supposed to belittle anybody or tear them down, but at the same time, if you're in the wrong, you're in the wrong. Okay? If you're lazy, then you're lazy. And you're going to get treated like that. Don't get surprised when you're the last one picked on the team. Feeling like you should be the first one picked. It ain't about what you feel like. It's about what you want. You won't have to ask anybody to pick you first. When you dunking and windmill dunking and shooting threes and then nobody scores on you, they'll pick you first. But this world is full of people that feel that they should be entitled, man. And again, that's why I named this lesson, Entitlement is the thief of hard work. You earn your keep, especially in this gospel, man. Okay? It says, for even when we were with you, this we command you, that if any would not work, neither should he eat. You earn your keep. You eat what you kill. So if you want respect, you earn your respect. You don't got to ask for it. You'll get it. Okay? For we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, not working, not at all. It's like for we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, working not at all, but are busybodies. All right? You got this going on. You got that going on. You in this truth. That's your, okay, you can have a lot of stuff going on, but don't come into the truth. Life hits us all. Life is kicking all our tails, man. And if you add, that's your what you add on to your life, that's low key, that's your problem. Low key, high key, in all reality, your personal problems is exactly that, your personal problems. You know what I'm saying? So you can't say, well, why you ain't do this assignment that I gave to you? Well, I had to go to work. I had my this and that. Well, you signed up to be a prophet, bro. So you got to fulfill this job. Why aren't you treating this brother like this? Why aren't you being a leader? Why aren't you being a whatever your office is? Why aren't you filling that office? And then it's constantly you're blaming it on the world. But most of that stuff you did to yourself. It's self-inflicted. If you put on any burden, can't complain about it when you did it to yourself, but at the same time, don't take your shortcomings and feel it like you should be treated at a 10 when you're performing at a 5 in the gospel. Okay? So if you're a busybody and you like, okay, you got to start taking off some of the world to move over to the truth, because the Lord will let you know where you stand. You know? You feel like you ain't being treated with the respect, it means you got to go put in more work, man. Okay? It says, for we hear that there are some which walk among you disorderly, not walking at all, but are busybodies. Now those people that are such, we command and exhort by our Lord Yahushua Mashiach, that with quietness they work and eat their own bread. So, okay, since you say you're a scribe, say you the video guy, you the treasurer, and then you're not doing something. You know, it's time to be at your initiative and invest into your office, but you're too busy in the world. And then someone got to keep telling you to say, hey, do this and do that. You're going to be respected on that level. You know what I'm saying? Now, when you come and have problems, I need help. No, eat your own bread. You made your bed, you lay in it. You know what I'm saying? You can't sit here and say, oh, I feel like y'all ain't helping me. You're not helping. You got to be told something. You got to be ordered to do something. You know, and to be frank about it, that's, you know, within us, within his fold. You know, the apostles are carrying a heavy load. And yet, you know, you could be working, got your business ventures, and you got your life. But we are here. We're the disciples. We're prophets, and we're supposed to be lightening the load of the apostles. They shouldn't have to, you know, yell at us or come down and say, y'all need to up your videos. We should already be having the videos to the point that they could just watch. You know what I'm saying? Not let their foot off the gas, but we shouldn't be adding the burdens that's already a burden on them and not considering the burden that they're carrying by being sluggards and saying, well, the apostles kicking ass, so that means I don't have to really kick as much ass. So I'm going to go do this over here for myself while they do that. And then when you don't get the respect, you know, you don't get called up, or you don't get that so-called that worldly honor or whatever you want out of the deal, and now you mad. What are you mad for? You're not doing anything to warrant that type of respect. Okay? He that finds life shall lose it, and he that loses life for my sake. You see what I'm saying? You can't sit here. One person brings pizza and then everybody, the pizza's, you. But you spending your money on your bay, this and that. No, one person bring pizza, you bring the chicken wings, you bring the drink, you bring the music, and we got a festivity. But you'll watch somebody bring the pizza, well, where the drink at? Where this at? And then somebody say, hey man, you get what I give you. Oh, you ain't gonna talk to me stupid like that. Now you feel, you know? Come on, man, you're entitled. You know what I'm saying? You got to chill out. Contribute. Do what you can. A man that don't work don't eat. Okay? They ain't talking about just a job. It's talking about pretty much you get out what you put in, man. All right? It says, but ye, brethren, be not weary in well doing. So it ain't talking about a job. It's just talking about being a man, Lord. You're gonna get what you deserve. If you put in the hard work and you sweat with those people, them people will ride for you. But if you're wondering why people ain't riding for you, it's because you ain't putting in the work for them. Okay? Why you think the energy and the spirit, how the spirit's resting on the elders, our elders, going on from the apostle to Hall on down, why the spirit of us is going so hard? Because they're going hard. Ridiculously. Consistently. You know? So when they say something, it gets a reaction. Because they deserve the merit of that cause and effect. They're not like Baloo or niggas like that where they disappear, pop up, and then when I'm the commanding general, you gotta listen to me. You're entitled, man. Okay? Let's go to the next scripture. Ephesians chapter 4, verse 1. It says, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, beseech you that ye walk worthy of your vocation, wherewith ye are called, with all lowliness and meekness and with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. That's what we're supposed to do. But if you don't have the like it said in the precept before in 2 Thessalonians, but ye brethren, be not weary in well doing. Right? So that with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another, don't be weary in that. And then you'll get the respect you deserve. So, and then before that, I said, I therefore, the prisoner of the Lord, this is your job. You're here. You're stuck here. Okay, you signed up. All right. Beseech you that ye walk worthy of the vocation wherewith ye are called. So I want to get the NLT to that. Salakia, let me see Ephesians 4:1. I'm right this I don't cut off. There we go. Call all y'all Bashim shot. Ephesians chapter 4:1. It says, the NLT says, therefore, I, a prisoner for serving the Lord, beg you to lead a life worthy of your calling. Put in the work. You know what I'm saying? Don't sit on your ass and expect to get the praise of the life that you were supposed to be called. You go earn that. You go live that life. And then you're going to get the respect of the life that you lead. So if you're a camp head, do the work of a camp head. You gotta have patience. You gotta deal with brothers. You gotta, at the end of the day, if you're a camp head and your camp is going to shit, then you're not doing your job. But then you want to be treated like a camp head when it's time to get this. Or you're a younger brother within the camp and you're getting overlooked. You know what I'm saying? Look at how you're carrying yourself. What's your calling? Are you maximizing your office in all honesty and diligence? In all respect? Are you? Examine yourself. Don't get mad at nobody else for reacting to who you are and then getting mad at who you are and where you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? That'll piss anybody off. Okay? You were set up in this position, do the job. And if you can't do it, I'm going to tell you how to do it, and that's going to take away a badge of your honor. When somebody has to tell you to do something. Okay? And it says, verse 2, I read in KJV and then I go back to NLT. It says, with all lowliness and meekness, with long suffering, forbearing one another in love. Always be humble and gentle, patient with each other, making allowance for each other's faults because of your love. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Have patience. Because you will want somebody to be patient with you. But when you're just, it don't mean that no matter what somebody do that you just got to deal with it. Like, you got to love them. Now, some people need to be escorted out. Some people need to be talked to. Some people need to be admonished and checked. So ain't no like we just all hugging on each other and loving, and no matter what you do, brother, you good with me. No, bro, I'm gonna check you. And that's in love. Because love is doing what? Keeping the commandments. You know, being in my position, my duty as a camp head is to make sure that how the apostles run things is a reflection through the camp. And all I have to do is be patient to make, okay, a brother's not coming along how he is. I got to call him more often. I'm the camp head. I got to call, yo, look, do this and do that and do this. Okay, this brother is not getting it, or he doesn't understand. I got to call. That's my job. Now, once it's time, I don't even have to say who the camp head, and I raise my hand, me type shit. Yeah, so like, let's get back. Somebody called me, man, so kind of threw me off. So let's get back to the scriptures, man. It's going to 1 Timothy, this will be the last one, 5 and 7 through 8. It says, "And these things give in charge, that they may be blameless. But if any provide not his own, and especially for those of his own house, he hath denied the faith and is worse than an infidel." You know what I'm saying? So you have your lot, you have your office. Okay? Matter of fact, let's go into the 1 Timothy 5 and 7. We're gonna go into the same deal. We're gonna do the same deal. 1 Timothy 5 and 7. I'm a horrible multitasker, so Salaki about that. I can't talk and think at the same time. 1 Timothy 5 and 7 in the NLT, it says, "Give these instructions to the church, so that no one will be open to criticism. But those who won't care for their relatives, especially those of their own household, the flock, okay, have denied the true faith. Such people are worse than unbelievers." So you can't come in this truth and say, well, the elders care enough, so that should suffice, and I could just be a nigga. I could just let off the gas. We all have our offices, and we all have our jobs. Do your job to your best ability, and you're going to get the respect of what the Lord called you to be. Simple as that. You know what the Lord called you to be. You know, that's just like Jake want to call themselves king. Nigga, that's entitlement. Nigga, like, you ain't no king. You don't got no kingdom. You know what I'm saying? Should you be a king? Yes. Yasha'Allah, princes of the power. But are you living to that standard? No. So look at how the world is treating us. They're treating us this within the curses, the same position that the Lord put us. Like the Lord told the Israelites when he was under Babylonian captivity, you resist, I'm just going to afflict you more. So you better just listen to Nebuchadnezzar, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're in this lot because we deserve to be here. So when we getting afflicted and all that whining and moaning and complaining, it's worthless. And when you talking about entitlement, that's been a spirit on Israel, and I'll sign it off with going into the Pesach, which is coming up. What were the Israelites doing when we're in the wilderness, man? Complaining. Hella entitled, bro. Want fish. You want nachos in the wilderness, man. Where my Sprite at? You know, complaining, bro, or switching it up, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, you were a slave, bro. You about to go and get your own stuff, and it takes hard work to get there. And then on top of that, the Lord doing half the job for you, not half, doing 80%. You just using your feet to walk. Didn't let your feet swell up. Didn't let your clothes mess up. Fed you. You asked for a better menu, he gave it. You know, Jake is just a bunch of entitled crybabies, man. Get over it. Work hard. Get it out the mud, man. And the Lord will do the rest. He'll do even more than that, man. We gotta do something. Can't be sitting here just I pray for understanding, and just open your hand and expect it to drop in your hand like a vending machine. Bro, no, you gotta go get that, man. And the Lord's gonna guide you in the right path to gain that thing that you asked for, man. Who are you to ask for whatever and you feel like the Lord's just gonna drop it in your hand? That's an average Christian, man. I pray all my bills get paid. You don't do shit. Don't go to work or nothing. You know? that entitlement is a thief of hard work, man. And right now is the most important time to work hard to prove that we are worthy of salvation, man. That we are appreciative of this opportunity. So with that being said, I say call Allah Yabashim Al-Shah, Baba Kakadash, the honest apostles who are elders who rule well. Blessed salutations to you brothers out there teaching and enduring truth, sincerity. Shalom.